welcome back to another Reading Japan Life vlog. Now I'm actually in the middle of filming my mid-year book freakout tag right now, so this makeup outfit might look familiar. But my camera has now died twice in the process of filming, and I'm so annoyed. It's been a long time since I've used my camera, and I think my battery is it's old. And I've complained about my battery dying for ages, and I keep saying I need to buy another one, and then I don't. So this is the universe telling me, hey, even the one that you have is dying. So like, get your shit together, Taylor, if you want to be a YouTuber. So I am going to buy a new battery, I think, because I can't have it die 3 times in the middle of filming a video. But thankfully today, Sumide's grandparents are here to help take care of her, which means that I have the grace to, film in a couple different, snippets, couple different sections. So we will get it done today. It will happen. I'm determined. And I'm keeping that light exactly where it is because I'll be damned if my background changes. I'm doing my best to keep it at the same angle. Anyone else who films videos knows that this is what happens in the background. It's not glamorous. But besides that, let's talk about what I'm reading. I am currently, I need my Kindle. Hold on. Oh, Kairi. Our food just got here actually, so I'll check back in a little bit and talk about what I'm reading. Okay, so we ate with Hayato's parents, and then they're, like I said, watching Sumide for today. So we had a day to go out and, have free time, but free time means running errands. So I didn't get a chance to finish my check-in about what I'm reading until now. So we are currently getting gas. So I am reading a Spiffbo read right now, Truth of Crowns, on my Kindle, and I'm about 5% in, and I try to refrain from talking about Spiffbo books until like the full official review comes out on Before We Go blog, but I will just say in general terms I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm going to keep it at that because, like I said, I want to release officially on Before We Go blog first. So that is my current read. I'm not usually a mood reader who starts a bunch of different things. I like to start and then finish something, but I'm in the middle of a million books right now. So I'm also in the middle of A Legacy of Brick and Bone by Crystal Matar. I also started my Japanese version of Winnie the Pooh. So when I'm in the mood to read Japanese, I can pick that up. I also started Dragon Mage because there's a Kickstarter for it, like a really nice faux leather bound edition, and I hadn't read it. And so I was like, well, I want to see if I like it before I buy it. So I read the first chapter and really enjoyed myself, although I haven't gone for it yet. So I don't know if I'm going to go for the Kickstarter or not, but I really enjoyed that first chapter, which means I've also started Dragon Mage. So there's just a lot of books that I've started, and I'm just they're hanging out there. So we'll see what I end up picking up alongside Truth of Crowns, but I do have other Spiffbo books that I need to be reading as well. I also currently do not have an audiobook going. I just haven't been in the mood for audiobooks. I don't know why, but that would help me get a lot of reading done, while I'm feeding and breastfeeding and all of that. I could listen to an audiobook, so we'll see if I pick one of those up. Welcome back.
Wow, $84.
Take. That's expensive. So let's go have our version of new parents party time and go get some coffee because we got a gift card for Starbucks.
Yeah.
And this is our version of a party now. So we're gonna go get some coffee and relax for a bit, and then do some food shopping and then head home. So Sumide smiled for the first time starting yesterday, like a real true smile, and his mom, my mother-in-law, has been sending us pictures of her smiling, and I miss her already, even though I know we need time away from her because she's so fucking cute. Anyway, I'll let you guys know whenever something interesting happens, whether it's reading wise, life wise, whatever. I'll check back in. So we are now at Starbucks. I'm about to do some reading. Hayato got some books as well to read.
We got the
Go ahead.
we got Starbucks card, so that's why we came here. And my wife ordered something, and then she paid it by cash.
I forgot. Forgot we had the Starbucks card, which was totally the whole point of coming here. But anyway, we have our coffee. And we're just gonna hang out in here for a little while and enjoy some time where we don't have to take care of a tiny human. So it has been a while since I've checked in. We are not looking so hot at the moment. The dark circles are here to stay. I guess this is just what new motherhood looks like on me. But as you guys just saw in my previous clip, I just basically poured coffee from one container into another, and I feel like I did something. This is my Dharma cup. I'm trying to find my iced coffee cup. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a beverage girly. I've always loved a beverage, and have for many years. And so I have like certain mugs that I use for green tea. I have my green tea mug. I've got my like black tea mug. I've got my tansan and my seltzer cups and stuff. So I'm trying to find my cold coffee mug, and I decided, well, it's not a mug, I guess, but glass. So I decided to try this one out. I don't know. It's kind of slippery on the outside once it starts to melt, but tastes good. I don't know. We'll see if that works out as my cold coffee cup. Anyway, that's not the kind of content you guys are here for. Reading wise, just to check in, I am still on Truth of Crowns. Again, I'm not going to say much detail in these vlogs because, what is that? Is that a fuzzball on my shirt? Anyway, I'm not going to say too much in these vlogs because I want the Spiff Bud to be announced on Before We Go blog first, all the reviews for that. So reading wise, that's still where I am, but right now I'm about to edit. We finally got Sumire down for a full nap. She has been very active all day, and it's now 4 p.m. So there wasn't really time to do much else, but now that she's actually asleep, and I'm hoping she'll give me a couple hours, I can finish editing this video, because I already got the thumbnail ready. I'm excited for the video. It's my mid-year freakout tag, so if I can finish editing that in this nap gap, then I can get it up tonight, fingers crossed. So hopefully you guys will get that soon. It should definitely be out before this vlog either way, so. And I'm feeling very creatively inspired, like more than I have been in a really long time. I'm upping my editing game, and I'm actually having fun doing that, which, who is she? So I'm gonna try to take advantage of this like inspiration-filled moment that I'm having right now and try to up the quality for you guys. Because I find that once I learn new techniques and then build them into my routine, my editing routine, it's a lot easier to do them, you know, steadily. And so my videos stay at that increased level of editing if I can form a habit out of it. So I'm in the process of doing that now. I do kind of want to read a physical book, not just an ebook though, so I am eyeing up my shelf, and I'll let you guys know if I decide to pick something else up. But right now, yeah, I'm focusing mostly on the Spiff Bud reads. did not realize how crazy my hair was. The joys of turning on the front-facing camera. So, it's been a minute. What is going on? Anyway, I guess this is what it is. It's been a while since I checked in, and by a while I mean a couple days. I have not made too much progress on the reading front. I'm still reading Truth of Crowns, which I'm 11% of the way in right now, but again, spiffbo, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But I do want to check in today to say that today is Hayato and I's date day. Sumide's grandparents are here to help take care of her, and we have to do some stuff around the house. You know, we're taking the chance to do that first, but we are going to be leaving soon to go see Kimitachi to Ikiruka, which is How Do You Live? The Japanese version is being released by Studio Ghibli today in Japan, and you know I had to go see that. Hayato also loves Ghibli, so we're both very much interested in this. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel, How Do You Live by Genzaburo Yoshino is one of my favorite books. I adore it. It's a Japanese classic, and it's like a coming-of-age story, but it's extremely beautifully written. It's all about how humanity is connected together and how that's a necessity for us, even though it can be I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted by this hair. What is it doing? It's going against gravity. Even though that connectivity can be a negative at certain points, it's kind of the strongest part of who we are, and that we should kind of embrace that. And it's just beautiful. The anthropological side of my heart that has never died since I majored in that, or I did a double major, but in university. I adore that book. And plug for my other content, I do have a full review for that book on my channel. I have that linked down below if you want to go check it out. So I don't know when the release date is for How Do You Live in America, but today's the release date in Japan. And Hayao Miyazaki is so famous now, and Ghibli is kind of synonymous with, you know, successful films at this point, that he can kind of do whatever the hell he wants, and apparently he's deciding to do that because this movie had no marketing by choice. They only made one poster, which is really weird looking. It looks like a pelican with two eyes, or someone wearing a pelican mask. I'm really not sure what this is supposed to show. But he decided that he didn't want any advertisements, any commercials, nothing, and he just wanted to release it as is. And I guess he's at the point in his career where he can do that. So we're going into this completely blind, just knowing that the book is kind of like a jumping off point for it. I have heard, I don't know where people would have gotten this since there's been no hype about it, but I have heard like grumbles here and there on the internet that it's not like a direct translation to screen, so I'm trying not to get my hopes up for that, but just that it's like an inspiration point, kind of in the way Deanna Wynne-Jones's Howl's Moving Castle was an inspiration point for the movie. So, because those two, while they do have some things in common, a lot of it was changed. So I'm kind of going into it expecting not a very true adaptation, but I usually love what Ghibli does with the intellectual properties that they use, so very excited to watch this. Outside of book things, I swear to God, there's always cardboard here. I swear, we recycle our cardboard, we do. We just always seem to have a big package come in or something, like baby equipment or something, when I film. But I just watered all the plant babies that you can see behind, and I have the rest of the plant babies here from inside. I'm gonna let the ones from inside get some fresh air, but it is just hot and humid and nasty today. So some of the plants like that, some don't, but I'm gonna take them in before we leave because they get dried out real quick if you leave them out here in this heat. So I'll put them back inside before we head out, but I am very excited for this movie, this date day, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts after we watch it. What in the fever dream did I just watch? Listen, I had to sit down with my tea for this one because I've been marinating on How Do You Live for about 2 days now, and I don't know what I watched. Listen, I saw a interview with the grandson of Genzaburo Yoshino, the person who wrote the original How Do You Live book that I adore so much. And in the interview, he said that it was very loosely based on his grandfather's book. And also that he's going to have to watch it again to understand, because he's not sure he understood the meaning, which is a very Japanese way of saying it doesn't make sense. And I mean, he's not wrong on both of those fronts. I really don't know why it's called How Do You Live, except that Hayao Miyazaki loved that book when he was a child and wanted to put that, as part of this movie. But it is in name only, really. I don't want to give anything away. The book does make a cameo, like an actual book with the name, but that's the only thing that I can see that's really connected with the book. One of the main themes is interconnectivity and kind of building a world through all of your small actions, and that kind of sentiment was kind of there, but besides that, and that's stretching it, I really don't think that it should have the title Kimitachi wa do ikiru ka. And also, I think the name in the US is different. It's like The Boy and the Heron or something like that, which makes so much more sense for what the actual movie is. So yeah, I mean, that was a good choice to release it in the US with a different name. So not talking about how it's really connected with the book, because there isn't really much to say. Talking about the movie, like as a movie in and of itself, I mean, Ghibli really was like, you think you know quality? Let me show you quality. It was a visual and auditory delight. The sounds were incredible. There's a heron in there, which isn't a surprise because of the title, the English title, and the sounds of like the heron's talons clicking on different surfaces. Just all of the little details were so beautifully rendered. And the animation is gorgeous, as you can expect from Ghibli for sure. But the story, Ghibli has done much better. Like, I argue Ghibli usually does weird really well. Like, Spirited Away. That is weird done really well. It's strange, but it's captivating, and it has a through plot to keep you connected, and you really care about the main character. So you're kind of in for the whimsy and the weird. But this movie, I didn't care about any of our characters. Even, I mean, our main character to me was like what I call vanilla ice cream. Like, he wasn't bad, but no one goes out of their way to like get it. You know what I'm saying? So he was very much vanilla ice cream, and I didn't really care what the end of his story was. And so when the whimsy kind of took over, like, this movie to me was almost nothing but whimsy, and in order to kind of go along with the weird plot threads that don't really connect to each other, you have to be invested in the characters and be with them on the journey. And neither of those things worked for me. The only character that I actually started to care about was the heron from the movie, actually. I think that was brilliant character work, and in my opinion, this character started off absolutely hideously grotesque. And then by the end, actually kind of looked cute, and that is a triumph. Once you see the movie, you'll know what I'm saying. But it's a triumph to make that look cute. So I was very impressed by that. I feel like Miyazaki is at this point in his career where he's built this empire and he can do like whatever the hell he wants now. And that's essentially what this movie was him putting everything he wanted to put into a movie, whether it made sense or not. He was like, I want, parrots in there, put them in. And I am convinced the one thing I've taken away from this movie is that Miyazaki does not like parrots. When you guys see it, I would like to see in the comments down below, like, if you've already seen it and you're watching this, if you agree with me. But there's a particular part of this movie where I'm like, does he have a thing, a vendetta against parrots? Like, I'm convinced of this. So I would love to know what you guys think if and when you see it. But yeah, I feel like he was just like, put all the weird shit in there that I want, and no one can stop me. And like I said, while it was a visual delight, I don't think I really got much from it. And while I can usually rewatch Ghibli movies over and over and over again, like I can't count the number of times I've seen Mononoke Hime or Nausicaa or Spirited Away. I can't, count the number of times I've seen those. I think for this movie, once or twice is going to be good. Like, I don't really feel like I have the desire to see it again, especially because most of the joy I got from it was from the audio and the visual aspect of it. And a lot of that came from seeing it in the theater. Like, Hayato and I went on release day, and the theater was packed. Every seat was full. And a lot of it came from that experience and hearing it through the huge sound system and all of that. So watching it on like a normal TV at home is going to take that aspect away. And yeah, I'm pretty disappointed, I'm not going to lie. Now, maybe someone much smarter than me is going to watch it and be like, oh, it means X, Y, Z, and this is referencing this. It could happen. But from my pool of knowledge and my understanding, it was just Miyazaki being like, here you go. This is what I want to make. Take it or leave it. So I'm glad I went to go see it, and the book is still going to be a favorite of mine for all time, but I would not consider this movie to be an actual adaptation of the book. I don't really know why it has the namesake, besides the fact that it was Miyazaki's favorite book when he was a child. So if you guys do go see it, I'm not sure when it releases, like in the States or in the West, but if you guys do go see it, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And I kind of want to watch it in English, actually, because I want to see what some of the translations are. Because I don't know how they would, certain parts of this would be really hard to translate. So I'm really curious about that. But I would love to hear your thoughts down below if you have gone to see it. And then also, if you haven't gone to see it and you hear this kind of review, I don't really know what to call this, my thoughts on it. Let me know if you're still interested in going, or if you're even more intrigued now. Like, what are your thoughts? Also, I'm in a new setup. We've had all of this, the tray, and is that a tray? What is that called? This trolley, I guess, whatever this is. We've had this and the sofa and everything for a while, but I decided to kind of put it all together in like a YouTube set kind of environment, because I think I'm gonna restart my Japan-based channel. So this channel is called Made Between the Pages, but before this, I actually had a channel called Maed In Transit. As you can tell by the name, it was travel-based, mostly about Japan, because when I started it, I had moved here, or just moved here, I think. And I have a couple really fun, like, hiking and travel vlogs on there, but I fell off of it because I hated editing at the time, and I hadn't really invested in making content in the way that I did for BookTube. And I think I'm at the point now where I would like to kind of separate some of the Japan stuff from the book stuff, and see if I can do some separate videos. My Japan life, reading vlogs are not going away. Those are more like daily life vlogs, but I'm thinking actually Japan focused content in the way that I did like the mythology series on BookTube. I'm thinking of doing more content like that, as well as, working with Hayato, and we'll answer some Q&A questions, maybe what it's like dating in Japan, what it's like to raise a family in Japan. And a lot of people also have questions about just like things here, what do the convenience stores look like, and that kind of content. So I'm very excited to get started on that, and I think we're going to use this setup for that often, because we can both sit here, whereas filming in front of the bookshelf, it's a bit hard for us both to sit. So yeah, very excited for that. Let me know also in the comments down below if there's anything you would like to request for that channel, if there's anything you want to know about our, not necessarily just our life here, but life here in general. I would love to, know what you guys are interested in, if you're interested at all, really. Because some of you guys might just be interested in my book content and won't make the jump over, but I'll be sure to, post about it once I kind of get that set up and started again. But yeah, I'm very excited. But if you do have specific requests or questions, let me know in the comments down below. Now I'm gonna go and finish this tea, and honestly, to spill some on myself here, I have not been reading as I should. Whoops. I spent a lot of yesterday setting this up and cleaning our tatami room in my defense. Yesterday was like a house renewal day, so I cleaned, you know, it's one of those things where you're like, oh, I'd like to do this area of the house, but in order to do this area of the house, I have to do that area of the house. In order to do that, I've got to move this, and it kind of became one of those domino things. So I cleaned the crap out of this house yesterday, and it feels wonderful, but that means that I did not read while I was cleaning in between Sumire being up and around and about. So Hayato is currently watching her, so I can finally record this section of the video I've been meaning to for ages. So I can finally sit down and do that. So thanks to him. I'm trying to think if there's any other updates, but I mean, really it's just been taking care of Sumire and enjoying every second with her. Pretty much. It is so ridiculously hot here that outside is just not an option. Just absolutely not. So we've been inside a lot of the time, but I do plan to do at least a little bit of reading tonight. I am still on my Spiffbo 9 read that I was on before, so I'm working my way through that, and I'll let you guys know when I pick up something that I can actually talk about. So Hayato made yakisoba. Oishou. I'm so lucky. Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Okay, I took a shower a little while ago, so I am in my pajamas. I am looking raggedy as fuck, but this is what we're working with right now, okay? But I got a package from the Broken Binding, and I don't always open these on camera, and I don't know why, because I like opening these on camera and like sharing the moment with you guys. So, I'm looking for scissors because I planned so well for this. That, oh, wow, thanks, husband.
What do you say?
Nani? Arigato.
Oh.
Ah, like the Harry Potter, like, spell? Axio. Thanks, babe. My scissors have mysteriously appeared. Shouldn't be waving them around like that. Sumire, don't watch me. Do this. Don't do this when you get older, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. All right. Anyway, so let's open this box. Now, I always buy things from them, so it's kind of, you know that you buy too much from a company when you're like, is this a subscription that I should be waiting for, or is this something that I bought a while ago, I've been waiting for, and I kind of forgot that I bought, you know, one of those things. You know, the Broken Binding gets so much of my money, but I'm pretty sure that this is part of the subscription, which would mean this is the Wolf of Orinyaro, if that is the case. And I loved the color scheme that the Broken Binding did for this series. It's got this like earthy tone, kind of like musky vibe. Musky, is that the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm saying, earthy tones, and I love them. If you can't tell, like that's kind of the tones that I love around my house. So let's see if that's what this is. It feels short for a fantasy book, but I haven't actually, you know, held the Wolf of Orinyaro before, so I don't know. I don't know if it is a smaller book or not. Maybe I'm just too used to chunkers, and it's not actually that small. I don't know. Looks like I was correct. I'll take off the bubble wrap here. Sorry, I'm doing this like off screen, whatever, where you guys can't see. My bad. I'll get better at that. Yes. So the series name is Chronicles of the Wolf Queen. This is what it looks like. So beautifully packaged. We got our sticker with the series name, and the bookmark says The Wolf of Orinyaro. And the back has a quote, as always. It says, "The reality of ruling is complex." If that ain't the truth. So again, this kind of has this earthy tone to it, and I am so excited to see what this book looks like now because I just dropped it. Because this kind of color scheme is screaming my name. So let's see what we've got. Open the ribbon. I have a whole collection of these ribbons. I'll do something with them someday, I guess. So got the ribbon off. Let's take this tape off. I also never post like haul pictures. I don't know, I feel like that might be kind of fun to start posting like pictures of these after I get them. I don't know. I say that, but I'm really bad at keeping up with stuff like that. Woo! Okay, I'm only looking at the back cover thus far. Flip it over. Yep. So in keeping with what, you know, the broken binding, those pages, oh my gosh. Okay, before I show you those, in keeping with what the broken binding always does, they keep the traditional cover, the original cover. Okay, stunning. But then this is what I was looking forward to. Look at that color scheme. I am a slut for mountains, okay? They are my favorite motif. I love mountains in general, like hiking, everything like that. It replenishes my soul. So just seeing mountains makes me happy. And this, oh my God, I am obsessed. These are going page out, no question, once I get the whole thing. We've got a wolf on the bottom. Of course, it goes on top, bottom and top as well. We've got a ribbon bookmark in there. Ooh. Okay. Wow. As usual, what's under the dust jacket is stunning. So here is the front gilding. Got like a rose gold gild, which it's one of my favorite colors. Then there's the spine, and it wraps all the way around here. I mean, this is, as always, it's what's under the dust jacket that really shines for the broken binding. And this is beautiful, but those edges might be one of my favorite sets that I own. And that's saying a lot because I love sprayed edges. I'm holding this backwards. I haven't read this series, but a lot of people that I trust and I have similar tastes to have read it and have really enjoyed it. So I have really high hopes for this. The Broken Binding always seems to pick series that I haven't read yet, but I really want to and have been like on my serious TBR radar. Not the ones that I'm like, oh, one day, like ones that I really want to read. They always seem to pick them. And this is, again, another series just like that. So their stellar record remains untouched, in my opinion. Very excited to get to this one day. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read this series and what you thought about it. I've heard mostly really good things. I don't have any reading updates for you guys outside of Spiffbo, but I did spend pretty much all of yesterday in between Sumide's naps revamping and making a brand new logo for my travel page, which I mentioned I think in the last check-in that I was gonna make and like revamp, and it has been done. My first video is out, so I'll definitely announce it in like one of my main sit-down videos. But if you are a vlog watcher, I will be sure to put the link in the description to my other channel. It is called Maed In Transit, and it was actually made before this one when I first moved to Japan 7 to 8 years ago, and it was actually the inspiration for Made Between the Pages. So they kind of go together. It's a nice little cute set, the two channels together. But I do plan to make a lot of really cool content over there. So if you like the more Japanese aspect of my channel, definitely go check out that channel as well. I do plan to check in at least one more time because I have a hair appointment tomorrow, and you know that you gotta catch the new hair on film the day that it's done because you know it never looks the same again. So I will probably be bulk filming tomorrow, and maybe I'll film the outro to this as well. This is probably gonna be a shorter vlog, but you know, nothing wrong with keeping them short and sweet every once in a while. I am obsessed with these edges. I cannot get over them. I keep staring at them. Oh, just this color scheme is, I just want to eat it. I love it so much. Well, on that note, while I'm just hugging this book to myself, I'll see you guys in the next check-in. I've got two very different colors on my head right now. This will all be shaved, so it won't matter, but like, weird. Very strange to see my hair looking like this. Got the color in now. Now we wait. So, it's been a really long time since we've been able to come to this Yakiniku place because it's extremely smoky inside. It's the best Yakiniku I've ever had in my life. It's absolutely incredible, but they know that. And so like the inside is just dirty, it's smoky. They don't really need to do any upkeep because the food is so good, people come here. Anyway, it's one of those places where like if you know, you know kind of thing. It's very small, and I'll show you, but it's very small. That there it is there. It's like in a back alley essentially. It's called Tagyu, and Sumide's grandma is watching her so that we can come here and have some delicious food. Oh my god, I can't wait. So if you've seen previous vlogs, you may have seen this before, but we haven't been here, and you know, I didn't want to come here while I was pregnant either. Like, it probably wouldn't have been good. And you have to sit on the floor. There's no like actual chairs, so I didn't want to come while I was pregnant for that reason as well.
That.
Yeah, very traditional Japanese style. So it's been a long time since I've had this in a vlog. So if you're new here, it'll be your first time seeing it, and let's go fucking eat. I'm so excited. This place does have other locations, but this is the original, and it has the best quality meat by far. So this is karabi, which is the best cut here, and it's some of the best meat I've ever had in my life. You can only get one order of it per person because they'll run out because of its popularity here. So we got 2 orders of that. We've got 2 large bowls of rice. I almost said rices. English teacher here. We have lettuce wraps with miso paste that we will use for the ros, which I always forget. Where is ros on the cow? Back? Somewhere. We'll use it for the less fancy cut of meat and wrap it in that. Absolutely delicious. And Hayato got his intestines over here. And we're also waiting for... Did we order veggies? We ordered veggies, right?
No, yeah.
Oh, we should order veggies, didn't I? Our veggies have arrived in the corner there. And this is my piece. Cannot wait to eat it. Hello, a vlog is getting a full background check-in. Look at this. So I was in the middle of filming a couple other videos, and I decided I would just do it in this setup. This is the new hair color, okay? She is giving Daenerys. I'm in my Daenerys era. I love it. Let me take this down to show. I was gonna do pink, but my hairstylist and I had to bleach twice to get me down to this color, and we both decided that we didn't have the stamina that day to do pink as well. So we stuck to a white blonde, and I love it. I don't think I've ever been this light in my life. I was gonna say I haven't been this light in a long time, but might be my first time going this like platinum-ish, white-ish light color, and I'm living for it. I love it. I haven't made any more progress on the reading front, which I don't even know if I can call this a reading vlog at this point, because I don't think I read anything, actually, in this vlog. I think this is just gonna have to be a life vlog. Because I do want to keep my thoughts about Kimi Tachi wa Dou Ikiru ka. I'm actually going to be releasing a video like just with my thoughts on that. But I do kind of want to keep those thoughts in there, and you know, the hair and just kind of day in my life stuff. So this is just going to be an all vibes kind of daily life vlog, and I'll keep it short and sweet and just finish it up here, I think. Let me know your thoughts on anything in this vlog. I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below. And what have you been doing in recent days? Have you been getting more reading done than me, which is 0, so I assume most of you are getting more reading done than me right now. Besides Spiffbo, I am reading Spiffbo, I'm just not allowed to talk about it yet. But yeah, let me know what your current reads are, what you're enjoying currently. I'll live vicariously through you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell. I'd love to have you as part of this community, and I appreciate it. But for now, I'm gonna head out. Jane!